Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 3, I think, from this solo adventure tour. Today we shall be discovering together the Winslow Massif in the Parc National de Frontenac in eastern Quebec. As you've seen, this is supposedly a 10 kilometers plus intermediate to difficult hiking trail. Now, it will depend from the condition of everyone, but I must say today I feel lucky. Yesterday, all the neighboring regions got a massive amount of rain, as you can see in the video concerning the discovery of Thetford mines. And I was really afraid that it would be muddy. But luckily, apparently, the Parc National de Frontenac got spared. So I'm not gonna complain about that. And in order to make the most out of it, let's discover that together. And as my last trip in nature during this solo adventure tour, and when it came to deciding what to do today besides just walking, firstly I need to note that yesterday during the night on August, it got really cold. Temperatures here dropped around 7 degrees. I woke up during the night freezing. And right now as we speak, it's very fresh for an August day. We're around 11 degrees Celsius. So I decided that the moment I'm gonna reach the Winslow summit, which is around 180 meters of ascension, all I wanted to do was grab a snack and have coffee on top of the mountain. So that's gonna be my kick for the day. So needless to tell you that for a couple of hours I'll be carrying the extra weight of a mug full of coffee, just to enjoy that last touch of nature before heading back to the city in the future videos, as my adventure solo keeps picking up. As for now, let's walk. Just listen to the silence and the sound of nature. There's a really nice wind chill today. As I told you, temperature dropped. But for a hike, it's kind of ideal. Everything is so peaceful. It literally feels like a forest right out of the Lord of the Rings. It doesn't have a thing. Reminds me of Lothlorien. I wouldn't be surprised if at any given moment an elf would pop. By the way, this is a mossy forest. It's quite humid. There are 2 lakes around it, And it's all full of moss. It's beautiful. Everything is covered in green moss. It gives it kind of a velvety feel. Since it's kind of a humid forest, when I reach the information center, which is kind of the departure point, and I was getting my souvenirs and buying myself a hoodie because I wasn't expecting this drop in temperature, and I was ill-equipped for fresh breeze. Anyway, now I have the tendency of wearing perfume. So the moment I dropped to the cash register, the guy strongly suggested that I go get myself anti-fly, anti-bug spray without me asking him. And I said, why? And he said, because your perfume will attract bugs. Now, being in this humid environment, seeing the bugs, feeling them, that was a wise thing to do. And I'm kind of grateful for Mr. Daniel to have suggested I did so. That was the anecdote. Now this very Monsieur Daniel, who told me that they didn't receive much rain, advised me to wear my hiking shoes, not my boots, so I do not burden myself with heavy equipment in my feet. The thing is, I just saw a little sign that says frequent inundation. So far it's been good. It is humid, but it's manageable. So we're here. We started off here, somewhere here. We walked all. Now we're here. I'm gonna be taking this path now in order to reach the summit ASAP. Once on the summit, I'm gonna decide if I do the whole tour or if I walk back and call it a day. As for now, Massif de Winslow, let's go to the summit. This way, please. I love the sound of this cascade. I guess It's really peaceful. By the way, I don't think there are more than 4 or 5 humans in the whole of this summit. When I parked my car, there were 2 other cars only. And I literally have the woods and the summit and the Massif to myself. And this is quite a privilege. Such a deep sense of peace. And I guess this is why I'm having these urges to go and hike. It's peace, mostly. Knowing you're somewhere where nothing else matters besides the trail ahead of you, your levels of energy, your hydration level, what you carry with you, and the sounds you see, and the wildlife you encounter. It doesn't matter what's happening in the theoretical outside world. This is the real world, where right now, whether I'm making millions of dollars or losing millions of dollars, you come to realize how baseless this is. Because right now, the richest man and the poorest man in these conditions will still have to walk among the trees, mind their steps. And this is where it gets interesting. And this is why reconnecting with nature has a thing to it. It's not something much esoteric. I mean, instinctively, we are wired to evolve in such environments, and we get totally disconnected. And the more we dive deep in the madness of life, the more we put to rest all these buttons and all these instincts. And it doesn't take much. Half an hour into any trail, and your brain will remind you of what it was wired for. Suddenly, all your status, all your acquired skills and competences and power and your network and everything in real life and your degrees doesn't matter. Nature doesn't care. The outdoors, nature doesn't care. And there's a massive fly on the camera lens. So yeah, by the way, flies are a real thing. As you can see, we're climbing up hills. And I kid you not, I expect at any moment to see an ant. This is how this forest feels. It's beautiful. Look at that. Going up hills. It's a dense, clear forest in the same time, which makes it really enjoyable. Really, really enjoyable. Different tree species. I guess that's the path. Yeah, that's the trail. So, my point is, again, Why am I posting these and attempting to learn how to vlog on this channel? Well, being in harmony with nature is part of what makes good health. And it is a necessity. It's both a physical necessity and a psychological, instinctive necessity. Yeah, it's getting steeper. Besides the fact that, yes, you work your cardio and you work your muscles and everything that's got to do with metabolisms and joints and heart, believe it or not, you connect back with your sense of smell, which we mostly lose in the city. And listening. Everything seems like a whisper here, but these are loud whispers. And this is the paradox of it. And suddenly, your senses come alive. And it's as if everything turns on, but not in a fight or flight way, more in a synchronized, harmonious way, in a soothing way. It's like all your senses tell you, thank you. It's been a while. I've been waiting to wake up and act like I was supposed to act. So all this is part of what makes a human healthy. And this is why I'm learning how to vlog, in order to share with you the same things that I am feeling, and to make you feel what I'm feeling, and to give you a sense of connection if you're not able to do it yourself for the time being, and hopefully to educate you, teach you how to do things, to motivate you to do it, because this would be my greatest victory. My greatest achievement won't be how many views I get. It's mostly gonna be how many people I was able to motivate so they do the right thing by their mind, body, and soul. So you do have my gratitude, because as I'm doing that, I'm also learning to do lots of things. I'm learning to improve myself, both physically, technically, but also digitally. And all this make me really, really rich. I may not have a fancy bank account, but by God, all these experiences, all these feelings, and all these skills I'm learning as I navigate the journey of life, these are real riches. And right now, I can say I'm the richest man on earth. And I hope you become, in your moment, the richest person on earth too. Because life is beautiful and worth living if in harmony with our own nature, our inner nature, and the outer nature. Can you hear the silence? I've been trying to track some kind of animal that has eluded me. I'm hearing it move from tree to tree, but whenever I look up, I just can't see it. Sorry for that close up. Anyway, hear the silence. It looks like we just reached a very interesting point. Right now, we're at the observation point at 430 meters. And honestly, look at that. Raw, untouched nature. Beautiful skies. So right there is the Lac à la Barbu, and the mountain we see there is Mount Adstock, as seen here. And you have a couple of other lakes this way. You have the Grand Lac Saint-François there. You have the Lac des Îles, the big one you can see. And that little mount there, that little hilltop, is Lambton, altitude 370 meters. But for now, this raw nature is just beauty incarnated. And now, time for the highlight of my day. I'm gonna have my coffee here with my snacks, just like I intended. Mission accomplished for the day. I'm having my coffee on the summit. And this is just beautiful. It's quite windy and it's quite chilly, so I better move fast or I have to get dressed. I think I'm gonna head back from the same way I came by. It's already 2 p.m. and I still have a lot of mileage to do today. So I'd rather walk back for an hour than do the whole loop around the lake for 2.5 additional hours. Besides, I got my kick. And let's head back.